Good morning, everybody. Back in the shop this morning. It's nice and cool out here. Come out here and turn the AC on about 5 o'clock this morning. It's hot and muggy and steamy outside. What I want to do today is another one of them things I've been wanting to do. I'm going to talk about emergency bags and show y'all what I carry in there. I'm going to go through the bag and show you some stuff. Video might run a little long. Just tell you that now. But before we do that, let's get turned around here. Before we do that, I've noticed on YouTube, especially among my favorites and my friends, personal friends, there's a fashion statement going on, and I feel left out. So what I'm going to do, I looked through the closet and I got me out some duds, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to change, and I'll be right back and show you after I answer this telephone. What do you think? Alright, I like to dress sharp and flashy. All my friends are starting to dress flashy, so I'm thinking I'm going to join y'all. What do you think? I like it. Nice and cool. Found my hat. It went missing for a while, and my daughter cleaned out the trunk of her car before it went in the shop last week, and guess what was in the trunk of her car? How it got there, I don't know, but it was there, and I got it back. So, that's done. So let's take a look at this bag. I'm going to take my hat off because it's big. And let me get the camera set up to empty this bag and answer this message, and I'll be right back. Alright, let's show you this bag here. And this is the one I keep in my truck, in my pickup, all the time. This one and this one. I'll show you what's in that one too. Now, the way I've got this set up, it's set up as a emergency bag or maybe a day pack. Push comes to shove, I could stay in camp for at least a week with what's in this bag right here. Now mine, I've got it set up, the H suspenders, pistol belt. You see that? That way I can carry it if I need to, or I can just disconnect it. Because just carrying it with a pistol belt alone, it's heavy in the back. So these straps help keep it held up, make it more comfortable. And also my canteen, I forgot to get it out. Carry a canteen on the front, canteen cup and all that. Now, another reason I'm going to do this is I do this about every 2 or 3 months. Because I forget what's in here. I just want to keep double checking all the time, make sure I got what I need. Alright, let's look at the outside first. Got this pouch here. Ranger Man, keep it closed. I have 3 or 4 of these little fishing kits. You can use those for a hand line, or you can cut you a pole, or if you have a pole, if you carry a pole with you, which I do carry a little small rod and reel in the back of the truck. Now this side, these pouches, here, let's do it this way. Sorry about all the bumbling around with the camera. A flashlight. Now that's not the best light in the world. That is one of those Harbor Freight dollar deals. And I will get some better lights eventually. But that's better than nothing. They work pretty good. This pouch have a lighter and some dry tinder. Now you'll see there are several different ways to start fire that I carry all the time. If you get off somewhere and get stranded, especially in the winter time, if you don't have anything else, have something to build a fire with. Now on the bottom, I have a tarp. Pardon me. Thought that coffin was gone, but I guess not. Now the tarp, I think that's a 4x7 or a 5x7. Just big enough to make a little shelter. 2 people can huddle under it if you need to. Inside there I've got plastic tent stakes. A length of rope, I think that's 25 feet of rope. And this little green blanket here, that is a fleece blanket. They call it a fleece throw. It's not a full-size blanket, but it's plenty enough to cover up with if you need to cover up. And Miss Janine is going to make me a bag. I got some material to make some storage bags. I'm going to put this inside a bag, waterproof type bag, and then put it back on here. Now let's see, let's move over this way. Alright, let's open up. Now I am guilty of carrying sometimes maybe too much stuff, but I want to know that I have what I need and what I want. Alright, little homemade pouch in here. This is my part of my mess kit. Okay, there's 2 knives. Now these are military surplus. This is World War II surplus. Got 2 knives, 2 forks, and 2 spoons. Because when you set your bags up, put what you need in there, but remember, a good chance you're going to have somebody with you, and you want to try to make your situation comfortable. And here, this is one of those converted, it's a steak knife, or it is converted steak knife. This one is, I can't see it, hang on. I left my glasses in the house. This one is made in Brazil. It's one of those out of several, well, last year I think it was, I found a bunch of them at the Goodwill. Just one to have in case you lose your belt knife or your pocket knife, you don't have it with you, you've always got a knife. Can opener, P38. What else is in there? Alright, little whetstone. Alright, that's part of the mess kit. And here I carry just a few little pouches of that's noodle soup mix. Yeah, I think this is all chicken noodle soup. Just add hot water. And this probably needs to be replaced because it's been in there since last year. The ideal way to do it is to put it in a vacuum seal bag and vacuum seal it, so that's what I'll do next time. Just a piece, just a rag. You can do all kind of stuff with that, make chart cloth or whatever. Alright, I carry a headlamp. No, turn off. Now this kind here takes AAA batteries. I like those better because the batteries are easier to get and they're a lot easier to change than those little round ones that come in some. This has been a real good light. I've got 2 more of these, one in the boat and one in the wife's car. Alright, homemade alcohol stove. Most of y'all probably seen these. This is out of a Coke can. You can make one of these in less than 5 minutes. And I'll do a separate video on how to make them. This here, aluminum bottle. This is fuel for the alcohol stove. And what I use for fuel is this right here. Like $1.69 or $1.79 a bottle at most anywhere. Right in there. But storing your fuel, make sure you get a metal container. Those metal Coke bottles with a screw-on sealer, or these. I don't drink energy drinks. I found this actually in a trash can. I will dig stuff out of the trash. Nothing wrong with that. Now in here, a water bottle, stainless steel water bottle, which can be used to purify water, carry your water, drinking water in it. That's just a rag to keep it from rattling around in that cup. Now you can buy stainless steel cups and water bottles that nest together real neat. That's got a celebrity's name on it for $65, $75, up to $100. That was $1 at the Goodwill. A lot of Goodwills, they'll have them all over the place, all different kind of stainless steel bottles, and just paint them. Stainless steel cup. And this one came from the camping section in Walmart. $5, I think. And this one hadn't been used yet. I have in my other bag, I have one that I've used quite a bit, put it in the fire and cooked on it, cooked in it. And they work just as good as those high dollars. Alright, this little pouch here. Carabiners. Little clips, clamps. These are real handy when you're setting up a shelter, or if you have to fix something, emergency fix something, tie it together. That little bag there was actually, I bought a set of saber saw blades for my electric saber saw, and they came in this little bag. Don't fall into that trap if you watch some of these YouTube channels that you've got to have what they're trying to sell you. Move that camera just a little bit. Second-hand stuff, cheaper stuff works just as good. And these, y'all know these hot hands, hand warmers, body warmers. They last forever in that package, and they are pretty handy when it gets cold. What else we got? Okay, emergency poncho. I just stuck it in there. A regular black trash bag will work just as well. These are handy to have, the little Mylar space blankets to go along with your shelter. And you can actually make a shelter out of these if you have to. So that's handy to have. There's some cord, some rope. This is one of the cheaper brands. But, I've used it before. It seems to work good as long as you don't leave it out in the weather. If you leave it out there, it'll rot fairly quickly. So I keep a whole roll of that. Anybody that knows me knows that I like my coffee. I've seen these, that's just a little instant packs. Alright, this is some stuff that wouldn't fit in the first aid kit. There's some waterproof tape. You can use it for all kind of stuff, not just first aid. Some marking ribbon around this bottle here. And inside is cotton balls. So that's another source of dry tinder. Or you can use it if you need it for first aid. Now, this is a store-bought first aid kit. I forget where I got it at. I don't even remember how much it was. Made in USA kit. It says 85 pieces. Now I've added some stuff to it. Now it comes with a little first aid book. Cold compress wheel. Now I added these Benadryl for allergies or whatever. And if you run across somebody that's having an allergy, something bad happened to them, they need Benadryl, you got some. Rolaids, I added that because I have acid reflux. Sewing needles, sewing kit. And I also added, let's see, suture removal kit. My wife had her surgery on her knee last year. The nurse came to the house and they took her stitches out. She said, "Here, throw this in the trash." Come out of a sterile package. And I can't see throwing it in the trash. So I'm gonna we'll use it. But then there's odds and ends in here, like a normal first aid kit: band-aids, alcohol pads, burn cream. All kinds of stuff in there. The first aid kit is a must, in my opinion. Some people don't carry one, they just carry a single band-aid, which that's what you want to do, that's alright. I feel better by having it. That's in there. An extra lighter. Altoids 10. That is a fire kit. There's a forgot what's in there. Steel wool, that's what I'm trying to say. Steel wool, some cotton balls with Vaseline on them, petroleum jelly, lighter, a little pocket knife, nail clippers, flint, piece of flint, and this little knife here will strike a spark, or you can use your belt knife. Now, flint and steel is nice, it's cool, it's fun to do. In an emergency situation or any situation for me, I'm going straight to a lighter first. And I don't carry matches. You want to carry them, that's fine. Get the waterproof matches. But I prefer a lighter. Well, that's in there. I think that's all that's in here. That's all that's in here. Now that's enough stuff on the camera. With the exception of replacing this, put everything right back in there. One thing I do need to add, I need to get a package of AAA batteries for my headlight and put in there. And my little light here, little flashlight, it carries AAA also. Need to add some of that. And that's my bag that I can grab and go and have some stuff and be okay. Now this bag here, this is a tool bag. I think my drill, the last drill I bought, I think came in this bag. And this is my grub bag, my food bag. Now, if I had to run, take off to the woods or something, I probably wouldn't carry this one. because this has just got some redundancies in it. Another cup, stainless steel cup. Another alcohol stove. Another can opener. Here's some more of that noodle soup. Now I put that in this year, so I know it's fresh. I still need to vacuum seal it and put it in there. Extra lighter. There's some more fuel from this alcohol stove. That is an aluminum Budweiser bottle. I won't tell you where I got that at. This is a submersible underwater Pelican flashlight. It's not a LED, it's the old-fashioned bulb, which they worked for years. LED would be better, but that's what I have, so that's what we'll use. And this uses AA batteries. Got to get AA batteries to put in here too. Now I have 4 bottles of water in there, and I've got some canned food. I'm a big fan of the zip tops, even though you have a can opener. The easier the better. Everybody's favorite. Viennas, Beanie Weenies. Everybody's other favorite, sardines. And Sorry Charlie tuna fish. So if I'm broke down somewhere, I've got enough food, and I'm going to stay with the truck, of course. You know, I've got enough food I can. You stretch that out, and you could last a week, maybe 2 weeks with all this. And in here, I've got some little tea candles. Got back in there, and also in the truck, I always carry at least a 12-pack or a whole case of bottled water. Just put it on the floor in the back seat and leave it there all the time. Back in here. Okay, so that's that. Sure there's something. Oh, I need to add another fork and spoon set in there. Yeah, that's what I carry in the truck. As far as what I carry most of the time, especially in the woods, let me show you my little everyday carry. My EDC pile. Well, let me get a sip of this. Of course, carry that. Carry my multi-tool. That's a Leatherman Wingman. Little homemade pouch I made for it. Some kind of knife. Normally I've been carrying this one lately. Until I can get my camp knife made one of these days. Here we go with that again. This is a little mini Swiss Army. I don't think I showed y'all this one. Got a knife blade, a file, fingernail file, screwdriver type thing. Scissors. Tweezers. And a toothpick. Now this is a Victorinox. I don't know if you can see it with the U.S. Army emblem on it. Master Sergeant gave me this as a gift last year, right around Christmas time. And that is the handiest little knife you will ever carry. Whoop. Sometimes you need to trim something little. You don't want to drag out a big old knife. That's very, very handy to carry. That's a couple of extra P38s that I've had. I put them somewhere. I don't carry these on me all the time, but I carry them in the truck. Little set of binoculars. These are Coleman's. They're not high dollar. I think I got them at the Coleman outlet store over in Foley, Alabama. That's where I got them. $15, I think they were. Good little set, especially if you don't have anything else. Now I've got a large set that I keep in the boat, but those are always with me. Another thing I don't carry every time I go out, but I carry it in the truck at least. I got it with me, my little belt pouch. Y'all seen this before. Got another light in there. Got a good long piece of paracord. Another fire kit. Y'all remember the video with the emergency fishing kits that I made? One of those in there. Spare pocket knife. Flint and steel. Aluminum foil, and there's a lighter down in there. Excuse me. And anymore nowadays, I can't get away from the house without carrying that. See, it don't work. There. The Redneck Prepper replied, oh, hey Redneck, yeah, I'll talk to you later. But it is modern times, so plus I'm not the best health in the world, so I might need to call somebody to come bail me out, get me out of a jam if I get in one. Alright, let's get the camera turned back around again. Show off my flashy duds again. Anyway, that's what I carry in the truck all the time. And there's inside there, I've got plenty of other odds and ends, you know, little stuff. I got another extra knife in there. I've got my World War II bayonet in there. Never know when you might need a bayonet. Excuse me. Got a, what else I carry in there? A machete. There's a shovel in there all the time. Just that kind of thing. Now I'm rebuilding my hunting bag, my big bag. It's a military Alice pack, medium Alice pack. I got it emptied out a few days ago in the house. I'm rebuilding it. I'm adding some stuff and taking some stuff out. And that's my main bag when I go hunting or camping. And I know I'm going to be a week or more. I'll carry that one. And this one will be in the truck also. It stays in there all the time. Or if we go in the wife's car, and there's one in there. There's another bag in there. Very, very similar to this one. So when I get the main bag finished and all put together, I'll show you that. That'll be probably another month or so before I get that done. Because I want to get some stuff to put in there, and it'll take me a little while to find exactly what I want at a price I can afford. So, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Any comments, any suggestions on anything else y'all see that I missed that I may want to carry, put it down in the description box. It's that side, right? Or is it that side? Whichever side it is. But I hope this answered a few questions. Thank you for watching. I have one more thing I wanted to add. Oh, from the last video, I know what it was now. I got a very nasty comment, and I caught it as soon as it came up and took it off. I don't mind criticism, not at all, don't bother me a bit, or suggestions, but it had to do with my firearm, with my pistol. I hope I never, ever, ever have to use this. I think all of us think that way. I don't carry it because I'm looking for trouble. Not at all. Anybody I know, we don't carry guns because we're looking for trouble. We carry guns because we're not going to be victims. So for somebody to suggest that, I sure would be glad if something happened and all this kind of you're not welcome on my channel. You're already blocked. So, and I was told I would run into trolls here and there and people like that, and this is my first nasty comment that I've got. So I'm a United States citizen. It's my right, just as it is yours. If you have the right to carry, you can carry. Do it the right way. But once again, I hope I never have to use that, unless I'm shooting a snake or a possum or something like that. See, I almost got mad, but not really. Alright, once again, thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your support. I'll come up with something else here in the next few days, and I'll see you then.